Welcome to our countdown of the world's most famous escape stories. From the notorious Alcatraz to other legendary prisons, these tales of daring and ingenuity will leave you on the edge of your seat. We're about to journey into the heart of some of the most impenetrable prisons ever built, places designed to break the human spirit. But as we'll see, the will to survive, the hunger for freedom, can drive men to extraordinary lengths. So buckle up, get ready for a wild ride, and prepare to be amazed by the sheer determination of these real-life prison breakouts. Let's go. Our first stop takes us back to the Second World War, deep into Nazi Germany, to Stalag Luft III, a POW camp built to hold captured Allied airmen. These men weren't just soldiers, they were skilled pilots, navigators and engineers, used to taking risks, pushing boundaries. And when they found themselves imprisoned, their instinct wasn't to despair, but to escape. Picture this, over 600 men working in secrecy under the noses of their captors, digging, building, forging. They weren't just digging one tunnel, but three, Tom, Dick and Harry they called them. They used spoons, sharpened cutlery, even a homemade pump to circulate air. They scavenged wood, fashioned fake ID papers and sewed civilian clothes. This was a full-scale operation. On a moonless night in March 1944, the escape was on. 76 men crawled through the tunnel, desperate for freedom. Sadly, only 3 made it all the way home, but the Great Escape, as it came to be known, remains a testament to the indomitable human will, a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can be found. Alcatraz Island, just the name sends chills down your spine. Surrounded by icy, treacherous currents, it was known as The Rock, America's most secure prison, designed to hold the most notorious criminals. No one had ever escaped its walls. Or so they thought. In June 1962, 3 men, Frank Morris, John and Clarence Anglin, dared to challenge the impossible. They were cunning, resourceful, and they'd been planning for months. Using discarded spoons, raincoats, and even soap, they chipped away at the prison's aging concrete. They built lifelike dummies to fool the guards and crafted a makeshift raft from raincoats to navigate the frigid waters. On the morning of their escape, the guards found the dummy heads propped up in the beds. The men were gone. Despite a massive manhunt, no trace of them was ever found. Did they drown in the unforgiving current, or did they make it to shore, disappearing into legend? The mystery of the Alcatraz escape still captivates the world. Chapter 3. Escape from Dannemora, a tale of 2 inmates. Our next story takes us to upstate New York, to the Clinton Correctional Facility known as Dannemora. This maximum security prison housed some of the most hardened criminals, a place where escape seemed unthinkable. But for inmates Richard Matt and David Sweat, it became an obsession. Matt, a cunning con man, and Sweat, a convicted murderer, formed an unlikely alliance. They used their charm and manipulation skills to befriend a prison worker, Joyce Mitchell, who became their unwitting accomplice. With her help, they obtained tools, smuggled in supplies, and cut their way through steel walls, pipes, and even a steam pipe, leaving behind a taunting note, "Have a nice day." Their escape triggered one of the largest manhunts in New York history. For weeks they played cat and mouse with hundreds of law enforcement officers, using their knowledge of the rugged terrain to their advantage. But their freedom was short-lived. Matt was shot and killed, and Sweat was captured, their audacious escape brought to an end. Chapter 4. The Maze Prison Escape. A jailbreak for the history books. Northern Ireland, 1983. The Maze Prison, a fortress designed to hold members of the paramilitary Irish Republican Army, was considered one of the most secure prisons in Europe. But its imposing walls couldn't contain the determination of 38 IRA prisoners who orchestrated one of the most audacious escapes in history. This wasn't just a breakout, it was a military-style operation. The prisoners, armed with smuggled guns and knives, overpowered guards and took control of an entire H-block, a cell block within the prison. Using smuggled maps and disguises, they navigated their way through the complex, even hijacking a food truck for their getaway. 38 men tasted freedom that day, though many were quickly recaptured. The Maze prison escape sent shockwaves through the UK, exposing security flaws and fueling the debate on how to deal with the ongoing conflict in Northern Ireland. It remains a stark reminder of the volatility and human cost of conflict. To Chapter 5, the Libby prison escape, a daring escape from the Confederacy. Our journey takes us back to the heart of the American Civil War, to Libby Prison in Richmond, Virginia. This former tobacco warehouse, now a Confederate prison, held captured Union soldiers in deplorable conditions, but amidst the suffering and despair, a daring plan was hatched. Led by Colonel Thomas Rose, a group of Union officers dug a tunnel, working tirelessly inch by inch, using only their bare hands and makeshift tools. They removed dirt by hand, spreading it under the floorboards and even mixing it with their meager rations. Their goal, to reach a nearby building beyond the prison walls. On a cold February night in 1864, over 100 Union soldiers crawled through the narrow tunnel, emerging into the darkness. While many were recaptured, over 50 made it back to Union lines. The Libby prison escape showcased the resilience of the human spirit, a beacon of hope amidst the brutality of war. Outro: the unbreakable spirit. From the chilling isolation of Alcatraz to the battle-scarred grounds of Libby Prison, these incredible escape stories remind us of the unbreakable human spirit and the lengths to which people will go for freedom. These men, facing seemingly insurmountable odds, use cunning, courage and sheer willpower to challenge their confinement. Their stories, etched in history, serve as a testament to the power of hope, even in the darkest of times. They remind us that the human spirit, much like the wilderness we often find ourselves in, is capable of enduring, adapting, and ultimately overcoming. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories.